she could no longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes, and daubed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein, and she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. And his sister stood afar off, to wit what would be done to him. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the river's side. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept, and she had compassion on him, and said, "This is one of the Hebrews' children." Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for thee?" And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Go." And the maid went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, "Take this child away, and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages." And the woman took the child, and nursed it. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses. And she said, "Because I drew him out of the water."
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, GMS, whom rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds. In the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners who have came, who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, coming with another lesson today, and we're going to continue on, all right, in the book of Esther, the 5th chapter. As we read, went into Esther, the 4th chapter yesterday, and as the decree, went out, from Haman, the Amalekite, to destroy, to annihilate, all of the Jews, that was in the Persian Empire, and Mordecai got wind of it, all right, and the spirit was on him to press, all right, Esther, who was the queen at the time, all right, she's a Benjaminite, which Mordecai was her older cousin, that took her in and raised her like a daughter, and he presses, the spirit is on him to press her, to approach the throne, all right, of Xerxes, no matter, if it put her life in danger, you see, and we come to times now, all right, that we're going to have to face, we're going to be faced with situations, that could be life-threatening, based on what we believe, and we're being conditioned to step into these moments with faith, as you read about, our forefathers, our foremothers, and how, the ones that was in the right spirit, how they dealt with adversity, and they would step into it, all right, based on faith, our forefathers, some of our foremothers, they showcased their unbelievable faith, they had integrity, honor, honesty, discipline, selflessness, they show all those characteristics. So as we read these accounts, this should build us up for the moments that we can find ourselves in, coming into these times, all right, because it just says Amalek, was the antagonist, in the book of Esther, well, Amalek is the antagonist now, for the tribes, especially those that are calling upon Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, so let's start in the book of Esther, all right, pick back up in chapter 5, All right, and this is when Esther plans a banquet. You know, the spirit is on her now. All right, to conjure up a play. You know, and that's how the Lord deals. The Lord puts His spirit on particular people. Okay, for the purpose of Him to showcase His power. Okay, in the situation. Okay, so it's not the vessel that gets the glory. It's Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You know. And in fact, before I start there, let's get that in 2 Corinthians 4. Okay. This is 2 Corinthians 4 and 5. It says, "For we preach not ourselves, but Yahushua Hamashiach the Lord, and ourselves your servants for Yahushua's sake." Okay? So it's not about us preaching us. No, we're preaching Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Okay? It's the Lord that's responsible for everything that's happening, man. You know, the ability that we've been given, okay, to teach, going back to the gifts, okay, prophecies that we're seeing happen in real time. No, it's not because we're speaking it, it's because it's the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you know, who gave us the spirit to speak His words. Okay, verse 6, it says, "For the Most High, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts to give light of knowledge of the glory of the Most High in the face of Yahushua Hamashiach. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, okay, that the excellency of the power may be of the Most High and not of us." So the Lord uses earthly vessels, all right, to do great things. You know, Moses, you know, He told Moses, "I'm going to make you a guide unto Pharaoh, and Aaron going to be your prophet." Okay? The Lord was showcasing power through Moses. Okay? He was showcasing power through Aaron. Okay? The Lord can showcase power through whatever vessel He wants, but it's the Lord that's showcasing the power. The power, He's the source of the power. Okay? So He gets the glory. Okay? As you read this account in Esther, you know, the Lord is working on the mind of Mordecai. Okay? And He begins to utilize Esther as a vessel, okay, to showcase power, man. Okay? When it was still ordered, because everything was going through Mordecai, the man. Okay? All right? Esther, she played the role of a faithful servant. Okay? The role that we all ought to play. All right? A faithful servant. You see? Within our office, man. Okay? So going back to the book of Esther, all right, the book of Esther chapter 5, okay, now it says, on the third day, the book of Esther chapter 5 verse 1, I'm going to read some of it in NLT, how I go back and forth. Okay, it says, on the third day of the fast, Esther put on her royal robes and entered the inner court of the palace just across from the king's hall. The king was sitting on his royal throne facing the entrance. When he saw Queen Esther standing there in the inner court, he welcomed her, all right, and held out the gold scepter to her. So Esther approached and touched the end of the scepter. Okay, so there was what? A sign of mercy. The Lord, Xerxes stretched out his hand. Okay, he extended their hand, which there was a token of mercy. Okay, and Esther touched the end of that scepter, man. Okay, and that's what Yahushua has done for us. He stretched out, all right, Yahushua, the Heavenly Father stretched out Yahushua as a token of mercy. You know, first to be a sacrifice, and now He's going to stretch out Yahushua, all right, to judge. Okay, we've been allowed access, you know, in the spirit. We've been allowed access to these courts, man. Okay, you see, that's why you go here to the book of Psalms, you know. So Yahushua has been stretched out as a sacrifice, you know, and in these times we're going to see Yahushua stretched out, okay, to come judge. Okay, because mercy and judgment come from the same throne, the Heavenly Father, okay, the ultimate judge. Okay, and mercy and judgment is going to come from that throne. Okay, and when he extends Yahweh, okay, it's gonna be for mercy and judgment. That duality, man, that we've gotten into before. Okay, so let's go from there. Let's get that in Isaiah. Psalm 65:4. It says, "Blessed is the man whom thou choosest and causes to approach unto thee." Okay, so we just seen Esther being allowed to approach the king. Okay, like you said, she put her life on the line. The moment Xerxes seen her, he could have had her put to death on the spot. Okay, hey, but she took that leap of faith, and she was shown favor. Favor came from on high. Okay, it was the Lord, all right, showing favor through Xerxes, man. On both sides, we have to understand that the Lord, okay, is in full control on both sides. Okay, omnipotent. Okay, omnipresence. You see? So, reading on, it said, "Blessed is the man whom thou choosest and causest to approach unto thee." And see, we've been allowed, to approach the throne in the spirit, to where we're getting familiar with our power again. We get to sit down in the courts. And it says that they may dwell in thy courts. We shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy house, even of thy holy temple. And see, we get to dwell in the courts, because you have to look at it. If you had a great king, all right, and he had a lot of sons, okay, well, when these sons hit a certain age, they will be allowed, to sit in and watch their father judge and listen in on the counsel and the dialogue that his father would have, okay, in his courts. Certain negotiations, certain war counsel, okay, certain budgets, economy, so those sons will get to sit in, all right. And you have Yahweh, the firstborn, all right, the heir, okay, of Yahweh, and then you have what? The rest of his brethren, his little brethren, okay. So we're being allowed to sit in on the council when we dwell in this wisdom, understanding prophecy. See, prophecy goes into war council. Prophecy goes into the vision that the Lord has for Israel. All right, the judgments that's to come. Okay, so when we dwell within this wisdom, we're dwelling in the courts of Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai. We get to sit in, okay, on the Lord's counsel. Okay, He's showing His counsel, or say His secrets, unto His servant the prophets, which are what? His sons. Okay, the prophets are sons of the Most High. All right, under the firstborn Yahweh Shai. Okay, so we've been privileged, okay, to approach the throne, to come back into this understanding, to dwell in the courts of our power. Okay, so going back to Esther, all right, it's the book of Esther, chapter 5. Yep. All right, this is the book of Esther, chapter 5, and verse 2. It says, "When he saw Queen Esther standing in the court, he welcomed her and held out the gold scepter to her. So Esther approached and touched the end of the scepter. Then the king asked her, 'What do you want, Queen Esther? What is your request? I will give it to you, even if it is half of the kingdom.'" Okay, so you see the favor, that Esther had, with King Xerxes, man. Okay, because Esther has shown herself, to be obedient. Okay, hella loyal. You see, and ultimately, she favored. Okay, and I say we can all take, from these qualities that Esther showed, because we all servants in some capacity, man. We're leaders, in our own capacity, but we're also servants in our own capacity as well. Okay, speaking to you brothers, and it says, and Esther replied, "If it please the king, let the king and Haman come today to a banquet I have prepared for the king." The king turned to his attendants and said, "Tell Haman to come quickly, to a banquet as Esther has requested. So the king and Haman went to Esther's banquet. And while they were drinking wine, the king said to Esther, "Now tell me what you really want. What is your request? I will give it to you, even if it is half the kingdom." So there's a banquet with just Haman, all right, Esther, and King Xerxes. Okay, now, and you see how the Lord is playing it, because Haman, as we're gonna get into, okay, one thing about Esau, he's a vain man. Okay, and every opportunity he gets to boast and to brag and to gloat, he's gonna do it. So this banquet, where it was just the king, all right, his wife Esther, and Haman felt, privileged. Okay, soften him up. Okay, hey, the Most High cold how he play chess in the earth, man. Okay, drinking wine, feeling exclusive. Okay, and you can see how this banquet is gonna have Esau, proud. Okay, and it says, this Esther 5:8. It says, Esther replied, "This is my request and deepest wish. If I have found favor with the king, and if it please the king to grant my request and do what I ask, please come with Haman tomorrow to the banquet I will prepare for you. Then I will explain what this is all about." Haman was a happy man as he left the banquet, but when he saw Mordecai sitting at the palace gate, not standing up, okay, or trembling nervously before him, Haman became furious. Okay, so Haman, he left the banquet feeling himself, and then Mordecai, because Mordecai, you read this account, Mordecai was always kind of overshadowing, Esther, because remember, the Lord is working through Mordecai, all right, through Esther, all right, to show his power, so Mordecai is always near vicinity wherever Esther is. Okay, so he come out, Haman feeling himself, and he see Mordecai. All right, Haman sees Mordecai, and it said Mordecai, didn't give him reverence, or he didn't show any fear. Okay, and this is what these devils want Jake in the condition of forever bowed down. Okay, and in fear of these devils, man. Okay, that's why a confident Israelite male is a major problem in the earth. A heterosexual Israelite man, all right, catches all the flack in the earth. It's a problem. Okay, when Jake is confident in any type of way, when Jake, all right, doesn't have to lean on Esau, okay, for confidence, or lean on a nigga woman for confidence, then it's a problem. It's a major problem, man. Because this system is built on Jake being in the position, okay, of submissiveness, man. The Israelite man. Okay, that's why you got vocab. His whole thing is to, his whole mission is not to preach what he thinks is the gospel, or his interpretation of the Bible. He want he want us to be back in that submissive, okay, slave mindset. That inferior mindset. Okay, this is what vocab and people like him want. The problem with us, all right, the problem that people have, with what we teach, is we saying we're chosen. Okay, as we're saying that we're the rightful rulers of the earth. Okay, and you go here, you see, because in Edomite supremacy, all right, the Israelite man is not allowed to be a man. Okay, that's why a system set up, okay, to reinforce the inferiority on Jake. Where the woman has all the power, okay, and the woman is ruled over by the Edomite man. Okay, when they say, we the tail, of course as a people, we're the tail, but the Israelite man has been made the tip of the tail. In this society, man. Okay, so when you go, all right, into what's this? Wisdom of Solomon. We went into it before. you know. So Haman, he really wanted Mordecai, to bow down, and to be in fear of the devil. Okay? And this is the condition that they want Jake in forever. Towards the point they got most Jake now. They fear they goddamn woman. Okay? Because the woman is forever in submission to Esau and feminism and the perks of this kingdom. The woman is loyal to that. She's all right. She's always going to be loyal to their way. Okay, the majority. You see, and they want the man, the Israelite man, to be loyal. All right, to the woman, because the woman is an extension of Esau, man. The majority, all right, of the women of the tribes are an extension of Esau and his authority. Okay, that's why they have that. There's things to enforce. All right, them being the head of the house. Okay, but nah, man, as we wake up to who we are, we understand that we are an extension of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai and his authority, man. Okay, and no one hates that more than, all right, Esau Edom and the nigga woman. Okay, which is Esau's greatest weapon. Okay, so you go here to Wisdom of Solomon 5. It's like, okay, Wisdom of Solomon chapter. I keep going to that. Goddamn, hold on. So like it's combining two books in one. Hold on, Salaki. Oh. Come on, man. Goddamn. Well, every chapter show up, but that's about right. Let me see. There we go. All right, so this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. Okay, so the spirit, the house of David has been risen. Okay, and there's a spirit of boldness that comes, all right, through that house, man. Those men, okay, of that generation of King David, okay, those men were bold in Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, taking after their king, King David. His his legacy started based on his boldness, okay, against Goliath. Okay, so the house of David now, we have their boldness as we go against this Goliath of an empire, okay, under Esau Edom. Okay, you see the house of David are a different type of men, okay, than everyone else in the world. Okay, the men of the house of David are cut from a different cloth. Okay, this is why it's to the point to where we're outgrowing this society, man. We don't mesh with this society. Okay, this society is a vexation, man. Okay, this effeminate, queen of heaven, matriarch, confused, dysfunctional society. Like, this is a real vexation, to those men. That's why Howard Shai said, I pray for them, just as I'm not of the world. Okay, they are not of this world. Okay, because those men, all right, of King David, okay, was cut from a different cloth. Okay, those first fruits, Abaratazah, going back to the beginning. Okay, they're built different. Okay, even with Caleb, which we'll get. Matter of fact, let's get that, and we'll go back to that in Wisdom of Solomon. But let's get that in the book of Numbers. Okay, is it 14? right? So you had, amongst, even amongst Israel, all right, you have, the house of David, those men, okay, are even, different from the rest of Israel, okay, because you had this account when the spies were sent forth to spy out the land, all right, and Caleb and Joshua had a good report. Everyone else, they had a faithless report, okay. You see, they didn't, they had a spirit of fear, when they seen, them Hamites and Canaanites, how big they were, and, they had, these organized militaries, and, they had an established, kingdom, you see, and Jake is seeing that, and Jake had a spirit of fear, okay. They pretty much bowed down to the Canaanites, okay, just from looking at them, man, okay. But just like Mordecai, he didn't budge. He was unmovable, man. He had no fear, okay, when he seen Haman, okay. And that's very irksome to Esau. And that was very irksome to Esau, man. Okay, let's get this in Numbers 14:20. It says, "And the Lord said, I have pardoned according to thy word, but as truly as I live, all the earth shall be filled with the glory of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai, because all those men which have seen my glory and my miracles which I did in Egypt and in the wilderness have tempted me now these 10 times and have not hearkened to my voice. Surely they shall not see the land which I swear unto their fathers, neither shall any of them that provoke me see it." And the Lord not dealing with that, man. The Lord not dealing with that fearful spirit, okay? The feminine spirit that Jake be having on. The Lord not dealing with that shit, man. Okay? The cowardly spirit, man. And we not, no tough guys, Jet Li, man. But all our confidence come from Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai. That's where our boldness come from, because he is, man. Okay? So when it comes to certain things, ain't no bagging down, man. Ain't no option. Okay? The Lord put the spirit on the house of David in these latter times to stand in great boldness. Okay? And we don't give a damn about being liked, all right, by some goddamn black people and the nigger woman. Okay? The scripture said, make your foreheads hard against their foreheads, man. They were talking about Jake, man. The Lord knows that the majority of our people wicked, rebellious, and they just here to be judged. Okay? Esau, ain't no bagging down. We're not going to shy away. Okay? We're not going to water down the doctrine, okay, to be liked. Okay? We're going to speak the truth in boldness, man, according to the power of Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai. You see? That's why you get to verse 24. It said, "But my servant Caleb, because he had another spirit with him and have followed me fully, okay, him will I bring into the land whereunto he went, and his seed shall possess it." Okay, so Caleb had a different spirit, and even unto this day, Caleb has a legacy that's going to be continued forever, man. Or whoever, he is now, wherever he's at, you best believe he's somewhere on the front line bringing it out. Okay, if he's here in the earth, because some of the first fruit are in the spiritual realm, but if he's in the earth, all right, he's on the front line bringing it out, man. And he has a forever legacy, okay, that he's gonna finish off in this time, all right, because Caleb was for sure of the elect. You see, but he had a different spirit, okay. You say the elect sees things different, like brothers say, man. To really, be in this thing, man. Hey, to the world, we're gonna seem thrown off. We're gonna seem, what they call fanatical. Okay, when it comes to this truth, man. When it comes to Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai. Okay, and even you had this account here. We finished this, and it says when they see it, all right, and this is world, especially the elites, okay, because the elites understand what's happening, okay. Now Joe Sixpack, he's offended, You know, as Jake, I say, as Jake with confidence. You know, Jake not in that, you know, bowed down spirit. Okay, tap dancing for him. You know, they feel some type of way, but the elites, they fully know what this is, man. Okay, and it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of its salvation, so far beyond all that they have looked for, man. You know, which the chariots, right, the way that the Lord is going to deliver. No one's expecting it, and no one's expecting it to be, all right, the people that Yahweh Shai is coming to deliver. People are not expecting that, man. You know, because we've been counted out long ago. Okay, when they look at a nigga, they look at, you know, a nigga that's gonna cook food. Okay, some street nigga or some athlete or rapper. Okay, outside of it, Jake really ain't taking that serious, man. Okay, the nigga woman, you know, some thought on the loose, or, you know, some you see, some supervisor at work being a tyrant. Okay, well, outside of it, you know, then, you know, our people not taking this serious, man. Okay, it says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we have had sometimes in derision, and a proverb and a reproach. We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. Okay, because Esau, you know, has, you know, pushed that propaganda of our people, you know, being you know, even less than human. You know, they push that spirit of our people, you know, being inferior, okay, incapable of handling, you know, freedom and liberty. You see, and Esau pushed that propaganda, you know, that the worst of our people was the majority. But now, you know, through social engineering, you know, and manufacturing the behavior of our people, a lot of our people do fit, you know, these certain stereotypes now. Okay, but you have a remnant, all right, that the Lord called out of darkness, okay, into this light, man. Okay, and being put in order right before these devil's eyes, man. You know, and us truly repenting and being in order, you know, is putting pressure on the devil to, hey, go ahead with his move, man. Okay, which we're going to get that, all right. So, verse 6 said, therefore, all right, we have erred. All right, no, verse 5 says, how was he numbered among the children of the Most High? And his lot is among the saints, man. Okay, hey, the way we're going to be delivered, us being changed at the twinkling of an eye, you see, this is going to be, it's going to shock the world. Okay, because we've been counted out. Okay, we've been counted out. All right, and that's good. That's the great thing, man. And this is why the Lord got the spirit on us, so we don't have to be celebrities, okay, on YouTube. We don't have to be, all right, praised. We're not here for the flattery, and that stuff don't mean nothing to us, man, because we know what's to come, and it's gonna be in righteousness, man. Okay, not in vanity. You see, so that's why, you know, hey, we embrace being the underdog. We embrace being counted out. Okay, you see, we embrace being underestimated, man. Okay, but one thing about it, the Lord has us bold in him. Okay, and this is something that this world can't take away, you know, because this society is built on trying to break the Israelite man down to a tool, like Elder Zahab say. You know, they want to break the Israelite man down to just a tool. You know, so whether he's a provider, you know, or some you know, sexual object. Okay, he did, you know, some dude boy. You see, and then they want Jake, all right, to show no, you know, to have no manliness, but they want all the perks that come with Jake, with no manliness, man. Okay, that's why Eve, all right, especially, okay, is drawn, you know, to those beta males for providers. But then she'll have, all right, them Jakes on the side, all right, to smash her, man. Okay? Because they just see Jake as a tool. okay, within this little queendom that Esau has set up for him. All right, but as you have the elect, all right, beginning with the men whom the Lord has raised up, okay, there's a big uproar, because the elect men, don't go along with the matrix, man. Okay, this is the biggest hang up in the matrix is the Israelite men whom the Lord raised up in these times, man. Okay, so let's go from there. I think it's in man, I think it's in Maccabees. I think it's in 2 accounts. So let's get this here. So this is going into the battle we won, all right, during the time of Maccabees to establish, to rededicate the temple. First Maccabees, the 4th chapter. Now I just want to get this account real quick. It says, all right, so as Judas Maccabees is saying the prayer, okay. All right, this is First Maccabees 4:30. So we was outnumbered, okay. The Greeks had far superior weapons, horses, and and Jake was just out there on faith, man. Because I believe now Jake didn't even have weapons, okay, if I'm not mistaken. You see, I think you jump up in the chapter. So when you read First Maccabees 4:7, okay, I started at 6. It said, but as soon as it was day, Judas showed himself in the plain with 3,000 men, who nevertheless had neither armor nor swords to their minds. And they saw the camp of the heathen, that it was strong and well harnessed, and compassed about, all right, with horsemen, and there were experts, and these were experts of war. So now you jump down, all right, because you see the scenario now. 3,000 men, okay, versus this mighty multitude, 3,000 men with no arms, okay, versus, experts in war. Okay, these career soldiers, man, these mercenaries and, the Greek military. Okay. So you have to see the odds was crazy. Okay. But what did Judas do? He tapped into his source. What did our forefathers do? They tapped into the source. Okay. First Maccabees 4:30, it says, and when he saw that the mighty army, all right, when he saw that mighty army, he prayed and said, blessed art thou, O Savior of Israel, who didst quell the violence of the mighty man by the hand of thy servant David, and gavest the host of his strangers into the hands of Jonathan and Saul and his armor bearer. Okay, so now what are they doing? They're remembering the times of old. Okay, they're looking at the generation of old when the Most High came through. All right, for our forefathers, man. You see, they're tapping into that spirit. See, this is the spirit we got to tap into, man. Speaking mainly to you brothers, this is the spirit we got to tap into, man. That ancient spirit of our forefathers, man. We are not of this world, man. We are not of this age. Okay, this little petty shit that Jake be on. Okay, this madness and confusion and this feminine shit that Jake be on. Nah, we not of that, man. Okay, nah, we really got to tap into the spirit our forefathers in, man. Okay, they was locked in. They would die hard for Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Okay, it was never such thing as them being against the odds. No, the odds is against the heathen because we got Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. So the odds always in our favor in the spirit. It might look, crazy in the flesh in the corner, but in the spirit, the odds is on our side, man. Okay, just as Elijah had to show, No, that was Elisha had to show his understudy. Okay, they're like, nah, because they were surrounded by the Syrians, but he had to show them, like, nah, they surrounded. Okay, you see? So, reading on, it says, shut up this army in the hand of thy people Israel, and let them be confounded in their power and horsemen. Make them to be of no courage, and cause the boldness of their strength to fall away, and let them quake at their destruction. Cast them down with the sword of them that love thee, and let all those that know thy name praise thee with thanksgiving. So they joined battle, and there were slain of the host of Lysaeus about 5,000 men. Even before them, okay, were they slain. Now when Lysaeus saw his army put to flight, all right, niggas had to catch flight, okay. Hey, the spirit of the Lord was on Jake, and Jake was handing out them fades, man, handing out them L's. Okay, it got bad real quick. You know, what looked like a no-win situation turned around quick. You know, and it was through trusting Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai. All right, and it says, reading on, and it says, now when Lysaeus saw his army put to flight, and the manliness of Judah's soldiers, and how they were ready to either live or die violently, he went into Antioch and gathered together a company of strangers, and having made his army greater than it was, he purposed to come again to Judea. So as Lysaeus, this Greek general, he's looking at the manliness of Jake, man. Okay, Jake running through shit. Then he looking at the countenance on Jake. You know, like they ready to live and die. Okay, what did he do, man? He went to gather up as many people as he can find. Okay, but it didn't matter because the Lord was with Jake at this time. Okay, so numbers didn't matter. You see, that's why Caleb and Joshua, when they came back and gave a report about the land, they didn't even speak about the Canaanites. They didn't even describe the Canaanites. They described the land. They didn't care who was on it. If the Lord had given it to them, shit, it don't matter who on there. How many they could have 2 billion Canaanites, 70 feet tall. Okay, Caleb and Joshua like shit. The Lord promised us, and we've been seeing all these miracles so far. We see what he just did to Egypt, the superpower of the earth. You know, Caleb and Joshua like who is Jericho? You know, you see, and that's the spirit we're coming in, man. As the earth is in awe at Esau and his technology and his military might and his, you know, economy. You know, we looking at this nigga like a scrub, man. Okay, he gonna be light work, man. You see. So, say all that to say this, all right? You see, Mordecai didn't have no back down in him, all right? And it was very troublesome to Haman, you know? And watch how this nigga act, man. You know? Watch how this nigga act. This is Esther 5, all right? I read down again. It says, Haman was a happy man as he left the banquet. But when he saw Mordecai sitting in the palace gate, not standing up, all right, or trembling nervously before him, Haman became furious. However, he restrained himself and went on home. Then Haman gathered together his friends and Zeresh, his wife, and boasted to them. You see, he took his ass home. He could have got that one-on-one. You know, he could have got that one-on-one real quick if it was, you know. But Esau not built like that. Esau needs the odds stacked in his favor for him to make a move, because he a coward. Okay, by nature. You know, he betray himself is tough. All right. He said, so he took his ass home. All right, he says, and boasted to them about his great wealth and his children and his many children. He bragged about the honors the king had given him and how he had been promoted over all the other nobles and officials. Okay, now, what did this sound like? Okay, verse 12, we're going to get that account. Says, then Haman added, and that's not all. Queen Esther, all right, invited only me and the king himself to the banquet she prepared for us, and she has invited me to dine with her and the king again tomorrow. Okay, so he's feeling himself. He's feeling privileged. You know, he's boasting in his wealth and his children and the rank that he has. Okay, and we always know pride goes for destruction. He was on that, that drink. Okay, now who did this remind you of? All right, when you go to Genesis, the 4th chapter, when you go into the sons of Cain, okay, this is Genesis 4:23, and this is the sons of the wicked through Cain. Okay, it says, and Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech. For I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. And you read this in the NLT. It says, one day Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice. Listen to me, ye wives of Lamech. I have killed a man who attacked me, a young man who wounded me. Okay, so he went out there, and doesn't this sound like the mindset of a young nigga? Okay, which we know the nature of the sons of the wicked Esau. He went out there on that bullshit, all right, got his ass beat, okay, but what did he do? He killed the man. Okay, you see, Esau out there showing his ass, all right, caught that L, and what did he do? He killed the man. Okay, that same spirit that Esau has manufactured, okay, on what they call young niggas today, man. Okay, verse 24, it says, if someone who kills Cain is punished 7 times, then the one who kills me will be punished 77 times. So he understood, that the scriptures say there was a mark put on Cain to reserve this devil, man. Okay, so he understood, okay, that he was exempt, okay, from certain judgment, man. Okay, and he's boasting in it, just as we see what Haman boasting in, what, his wealth, okay, his status, boasting to his wife and his family. And see, Lamech was in that spirit, and boasting in wickedness, man. Okay, I just thought that was interesting, but let's go back to Esther. Esther 5, all right, and 12, it says, I start 13, I start 12 again, it says, then Haman added, and that's not all. Queen Esther invited only me and the king himself to the banquet she prepared for us, and she has invited me to dine with her and the king again tomorrow. Then he added, but this is all worth nothing as long as I see Mordecai, the Jew, just sitting there at the palace gate. Okay, so you could tell he was real hurt. He was real affected by Mordecai not bowing down. Okay, you see, Mordecai stood boldly. He stood stiffly, man. Okay, and all right, Benjamin, dark skin, Benjamin got that austere look anyway, man. And he Mordecai probably waiting on that nigga to come out, catch eye contact with that nigga. You know how Jake, be, you know what I'm saying? You see? And that did something to that nigga's soul, man. Okay? And that's the same effect. The Lord put the spirit to go out there on the highways and byways and speak in boldness. It's having a major effect, okay, on this devil, man. Okay? Now, what did they do? It says, so Haman's wife, Zeresh, and all his friends suggested, set up a sharpened pole that stands 75 feet tall, and in the morning ask the king to impale Mordecai on it. When this is done, you can go on your merry way to the banquet with the king. This pleased Haman, and ordered the pole set up. So now he gets to plot. Okay, now the devil is scheming. All right, how to get rid of Haman, man. And that's the ancient rivalry of the wicked trying to X out the lineage of righteous, man. When Cain killed Abel, he was trying to eradicate righteousness, man. Okay, when Esau made in his mind that he was going to destroy Jacob, he wanted to destroy their lineage, all right, of righteousness, man. Okay, and we find ourselves here today when you get Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2. All right, and let's get to this is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2. Okay, and verse 10, and this is the mindset of the elites real time right now. You know, and I guess best believe we're number one priority. Okay, when these devils, you know, go into the next phase of rolling out this NWO, best believe, all right, we're number one priority, man. Okay. All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, verse 10. It said, let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Okay? And this is the devils plotting on Jacob's trouble, man. Okay? Esau plans on the major slaughter, man. Okay? The scriptures they're not called Jacob's trouble for nothing, man. Okay? Now the Lord's going to utilize Jacob's trouble to do two things, to judge the 2/3, okay, and show his power through his elect. Okay? But the Lord gonna put the spirit of a madman, as he has, all right, Nero. And see, when the Lord really crank up Nero, when he turn up the Nero knob and Trump, okay, best believe, man, he's not gonna have pity on anything. Okay? Verse 11 said, let our strength be the law of justice, for which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. You know? And this is how the devil operates, man. He operates on strength. Strength is his law. Okay? He justifies himself through his power, through his strength, man. Okay? He justifies his wickedness because he's the mighty, you know? Because carnally, no one can stand in front of him. Okay? So they allow, you know, through military, through economic, okay? All right? That's their strength, and that's their law. Okay? They bomb you to death or sanction you to death. Do both. You see? And it says, verse 12, it says, therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. Okay? And the righteous is the hopeful elect. Okay? Because these devils know, because you got to understand, they know who they got on payroll, these other camps that have sold out. Okay? Christianity is a damn joke. Okay? It's a non-factor. Okay? You see? So they have a good idea of those sincere men, you know, those sincere believers. Okay? And it said, let us lie in wait. It means setting a trap, set a snare. Okay? And you best believe the devil, all right, is setting up a snare to accuse, okay, and to remove, man. You see? And it says, therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doing. He upbraided us with our offending the law, and objected to our infamy, all right, the transgressions of our education. Yeah, because, you see, the Lord has made us, you know, to be in opposition, to be a spiritual weapon against this devil. Okay? Because he controls, you know, the earth, you know, through the sword, you know, through economics. But he also, all right, have those strongholds, okay, of enchantments that's in the earth, man. You know? And the Lord raised up his men to begin to undo those strongholds, man. Okay? And the elect, all right, is being freed from those strongholds, man. Okay? You see? So this man's kingdom is founded on lies. Okay? And we're bringing out, all right, the truth about this devil. You know, it's because infamy, goes into being famous for wickedness, man. Okay? And the people that he praised in this society, a lot of them are wicked devils, man. Okay? And the spirit of the Lord is making heavy inquisition of this devil, man, and bringing all these things out through the prophets, man. Okay? So this narrative, see, there's two conflicting narratives, man. The narrative of the elites and the narrative of the house of David, man. Okay? The prophets raised up in the latter days, man. Okay? And it's a spiritual war back and forth. That's why a lot of things that this devil does is to counter what we're doing. Okay? As we standing on our feet with great boldness, see, this devil is countering. You see? We're coming with just the truth. Okay? We don't have any gimmicks. You see? When someone is losing, okay, they got to resort to gimmicks. Okay? And defrauding. Okay? You see? So in the spirit, we got the ups on this devil, man, and it's forcing the tempo. Okay? Verse 13 said, he professed to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he called himself the child of the Lord. You know, as we call, and I said, what? Israelites, Yasha'Allah, Prince of the Power. Going into these scriptures, man, breaking them down, confessing, all right, the Lord has endowed, you know, particular men with this knowledge, man, this understanding, 100% truth. You know, telling the devil about himself, man. We're dictating, okay, what's happening in the earth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Al-Shai. Okay? We're breaking down everything that this man is doing in the scriptures, man. You know, our people waking up, everything is being broken down, man. History, present, and now, you know, and the future. You know, the Lord has given us insight to go into these things, man. Okay? To walk these things down from Genesis until now. All right? The Lord has given his body, all right, the collection of prophets, 100% understanding. Okay? The things that we need to know. Okay? Of this time. Okay? Verse 14, it says, he was made to reprove our thoughts. Okay? He said he was made to reprove our thoughts, man. And see, we have to take that perspective and understand this is why we're here, man. You know, why the apostles are so big on us pushing his word, because this is why we're here. Remember, every time we go and we open the scriptures and go into Yahushua, we go into these prophecies, man, this devil loses, man. Okay, we're speaking this man's end to existence, and he's agitated at this, man. You know, if we read in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, we're reading about this devil agitated at this, man, because he has no answer for it. Okay, and he's going to try to answer, and that's going to be his end. You know, because the Lord want him to get cornered. Okay, he want him to lie and make his move. Okay, you see? That's why the Lord doesn't have us on this militant kick, because we're going to be blameless. Okay? Because the elect was chosen to be blameless from the beginning. Okay? It says, verse 15, it said, he is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. His ways are of another fashion. Just like it said, Caleb, he was of another spirit. You see? I say that house of David, those men of the house of David are cut different. Okay, we're not like other men. You know, there's things, all right, that other men get excited over and lose their damn mind over. All right, and those things don't excite us anymore. Okay, nah, we want power now. We want rulership. Everything in this kingdom is trash, ran down, a scam. Okay, mind games, manipulation. Nah, we done with that. We good on that. Okay, we don't want nothing of the West. Nothing of this man's kingdom, man. Okay? We just look forward to that day. And these devils know, hey, that there's certain men that are just built different. You know? You see? And it said he is grievous for us to look unto, man. These devils hate these live streams going up, these videos going up. Okay? Speaking his end into existence, man. These devils hate that, man. Okay? And this is why we should be applying extreme pressure, man. Okay? Verse 13 says, he was made to reprove our thoughts he is grievous unto us even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits, of fraud. Okay? You're not the chosen people. Okay? You're not so-called white people. You're Edomites. Okay? The devil that the Bible speaks of, the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. Okay? It says, he abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. Yeah, because you look at this society, it's filthy, man. Okay, like I say, the things that we used to worship and get excited over, man. We look at these things as filth now because this word is making us new creatures. Okay, we have a new perspective on everything, man, and we're constantly growing. The Lord constantly giving us a new perspective, a new outlook on this place, man, and it gets worse and worse every time. Makes us separate more and more every time. Okay, and it says, he pronounces the end of the just to be blessed and make it his boast that the Most High is his Father. Yeah, so we're proclaiming the good news. Okay, hey, the kingdom of Israel, a righteous kingdom, us being changed. Okay, a little one becoming 1,000, a small one, a strong nation. Okay, the infrastructure of gold and precious stones, and the increase and the abundance, the power, the wisdom. You see, all within the good news, man. And we boast in our power. Okay, Esau boasting his weaponry and his technology. We boast in our power. Okay, here it is. The devil can boast in his carnal things, but when we boast in the Most High, it's a problem. You see, he's offended at that, man. Okay, it said, let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. All right, and the devil's hyping himself up to go with that move. Okay, and this is what they're doing real time right now. Okay, verse 18, for if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness have blinded them. Okay? It had blinded them. So these devils are blinded by their own wickedness, man. Okay? And this bloodthirst that they have for Jacob, but they're blinded of Yahweh by Shem Al-Shah that he is. Okay? So they have, these plans. They think that they're going to pull off, just as Haman, he built those, he built those gallows to impale Mordecai. Okay, not knowing that he was building them for himself, as we're going to get here, as we're going to get later on in the book. Okay, so it's the same thing. All right, that we're going to read about with Mordecai and Haman. All right, just going to happen on a much massive scale between the elect, all right, and the elite of Esau Edom. Okay, it's not going to go how they think. Okay, they're not just going to have their way. Okay, and get the pull off, the things that they think they're going to pull off, man. Okay, so that was the point. Just wanted to get into that. Lord will. All right, you brothers. Okay, and you sisters edified. So once again, we'll give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.